Assalamualaikum and hi. My name is Sulaika Faisha Wahyu binti Jamsari.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. I am Nur Sohaila binti Muhammad Afendi.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Unku Muhammad Hafiz bin Unku Suzaini.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm Nur Nazifa Nasfa binti Muhammad.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and hi to all the students. My name is Alia Zafira binti Abdul Rahim and we are from Faculty of Applied Science, Diploma in Science. So we created this video to deliver safety and health awareness in the lab. But first I'm going to give introduction about what is lab safety. So laboratory safety is of paramount importance. That's exactly why this safety resource has been created to encourage and promote safe and efficient working practices in the lab. Many laboratory guidelines are written based on experience, which is notably when things have gone badly wrong. But remember, you could be dealing with extremely dangerous and hazardous chemicals, so caution is required at all times. Whilst many laboratories are governed by their own rules and regulations, much of the safety precautions come down to each individual student. Staff cannot be available at all times for supervision, and for this reason, responsibility ultimately falls to the individual. Next, I will explain to you why lab safety and health awareness are important. So, lab safety and health awareness are methods. There are many reasons why it is important to practice lab safety while both in career or in your school. Here are some of the most important. First, it really can save lives, which means when lab safety procedures unfollowed, people can get hurt or even worse. Lab equipment and chemicals that are improperly handled can result in personal injury or even death. Secondly, lab safety protects property, which means chemicals that are improperly stored or handled can react with one another to cause fires and explosions. And lastly, it protects equipment. Taking care of equipment ensures that it does the job it needs to, while extending its usefulness for as long as possible.
Today, I want to tell you about safety rule in laboratory. So, first of all, you have to know about the emergency exit routes in laboratory. It is because if anything happens, such as an accident in laboratory, you can exit from that place immediately. Second, don't drink or eat any food at laboratory because it might be source of chemical exposure. I want to share with you about the hazard that may occur in laboratory. So first of all, skin absorption of chemical. So please keep chemical away from direct contact with your skin or your eyes. And second, the thermal and chemical might be burned easily. This is because there are many chemicals are inorganic and organic.
As expressed by my fellow friends, safety and health awareness portray an important role in ensuring our own welfare, protection, and to avoid any kind of accidents. For my part, I will introduce or recap a few pictograms, also known as symbols, that can be found at various workstation and lab settings. For starter, there are a lot of warning symbols, but there are a few common ones. For example, the explosive symbols. The labeled chemicals or preparations are prone to explosions. It could also refer to a self-reacting substances that can cause explosions in the absence of oxygen. To avoid any risk of explosion, the labeled items must be handled with care. Next is the flammable symbol. It consists of any state of matter including gas, liquid or even solids that are easily be ignited if exposed to an adequate amount of heat. For example, the methane gas in Bunsen burners and the aerosol products. Last but not least are the corrosive symbols. The symbols are warning signs for chemicals that are corrosive to living tissues like our hands, but it can be also corrosive to metals. So the items that are labeled with corrosive symbol must be handled with care and also with a proper equipment.
I'm going to highlight 3 common causes of accident in laboratory. The first one is inhalation of gases. You will feel discomfort after inhaling even though a small amount of gases such as bromine and ammonia. Experiment that involving harmful gases should be done in a small scale and inside the fume cupboard. Next is heat burns. Handling hot items hastily without using a proper tools can result in a serious burn. Students should know the proper ways to use tongue, water bath, and never touching a hot surface with the bare hands. Lastly is cut and scrape. Students should follow the instruction when using a sharp tools and wear gloves. The most important thing is when there is a broken glass, carefully wrap the item before throwing it to the trash.
I would like to share about how to build safety awareness in laboratory. Safety awareness in the lab starts with familiarizing yourself with all equipment and correct procedures before commencing work. Firstly, you should calling attention to any unsafe equipment so action can be taken as soon as possible. Next, correctly labeling all equipment and ensure chemicals are stored in the right containers. You also must be aware of the correct storage condition and ensure to follow these guidelines. Besides, your personal safety is very important in the laboratory, so always abide by the following. First of all, make sure to always wear safety goggles if needed. In addition, ensure a laboratory coat or apron is worn. Lastly, use appropriate gloves when required and wear correct shoes. That's all from me. Thank you.